Let's make a coffee together. Hey everybody, so I got back from Tarrazú, Costa Rica, just this past weekend, and I brought home lots of coffees. Not as much as the people I was touring with though. They brought home lots of coffees. Here we go. Funny story too about these coffees, because we told customs we went to a farm, which just don't do it. They had to check our shoes, even though it was like a coffee farm, it wasn't a livestock farm. But anyway, so they had to like take us down underground, basically. And they never even ended up checking our shoes. But anyway, the guy was like questioning me about my coffees, and I was about to leave, and I was like, yeah, we did a coffee farm tour, blah, blah. And he like didn't believe me. So I was about to go, he's like, let me see those coffees. I was like, okay. So he like smelled them. I was like, see, it's just coffee. Anyway, takes me back to when I used to work for an importing company, and I would travel with green coffee beans. And I think TSA was like, what is this? What are you bringing in from Bolivia? Or who is this little Latina girl just like saying she's traveling for coffee? So anyway, it was all good. It all ended up good. But I'm really excited because I brought back some honey processed coffee from Don Eli Coffee from Carlos. Hola Carlos, muchísimas gracias for having us there. We had such a great time. So this farm is named, or his company is named after his dad. So this is a honey processed coffee, and you guys may or may not know what that means. I will get into that. And this is a geisha coffee. And I believe, this is straight from the farm, so there's no like law labeling going on. I believe actually this geisha is also honey processed. So yeah, we're gonna give the geisha a whirl. So I talked about geisha coffees a little bit on one of my recent posts, and geisha coffees are super special. They're just super floral, they're super delicate, and they often cost a little bit more. And you know, Carlos has been growing them for a while now. This year the harvest just looks really good. His geishas were looking beautiful. But you know, Costa Rica is really, you know, does such a great job with experimenting different processing methods, especially with honeys. And this coffee, I believe, was processed by his son, Jacob. So really excited to try it. And the honey process is where you leave a little bit of the coffee cherry pulp on the coffee bean. And it lays out to dry. So there's different types of honeys. There's yellow, red, black, and the darker the color, the more mucilage or sugars or pulp is left on the coffee cherry. So anyway, I believe this is yellow processed coffee. So yellow honey processed coffee, geisha, blah, blah, blah. So it's all delicious is what it is. And the reason you're probably wondering, why would you want to do that? Kind of like beer and wine, there's been so many experimentations with like fermentation methods and whatnot, and it's the same with coffee. It's really cool because when you're leaving those sugars on the bean, all these different flavors start to develop. A lot of sweetness, a lot of maybe berry undercurrents start to come out, tone. So it's really nice, and if you start with like a beautiful varietal, it can come up to very beautiful coffee. So let's get into it. Let's try this coffee. Yeah, I'm gonna open it up. Okay. Smells good. I'm gonna smell it. It smells good. So this is a home Malkoneg X54 grinder, home X54 grinder from Malkoneg. I don't know if I said that right. Okay, my scale is charging. So let's talk about this grinder I have. So it's made to grind your coffees at home for both espresso and filter coffees. I've had it for maybe almost a year now. I've been really enjoying how quick it is, and it's actually not nearly as loud as the built-in Breville on the built-in grinder, my Breville. Of course, also the quality is just way better on the Malkoneg Home X54 grinder. Set it to the amount of time. You know how long you need it to grind for to reach that amount. You can have those settings, but I've been really enjoying it. It's been super easy to clean. I like how this guy pops out. Same for this. If you're not, using your portafilter, you can take this out, have more room to have a dosing cup there. So right now, what we're gonna do, my scale is charging on now over there. I'm gonna weigh out 18 grams of coffee, and right now, this is my first time dialing in this coffee. I'm gonna start at about a 4. That's where it's just been. So for my other coffees, sort of. We'll do 3.5, see how that goes. And that's the magic of coffee. So, don't know what accent that was. Gonna go measure out my beans. Okay, I have 18 grams of coffee in here. They're beautiful, beautifully roasted. Well done, looks like it. Okay, so, it's so painful trying to dial in a new coffee that's so special to you because you don't want to waste any beans. Okay, here we go. Rolling the dice here, rolling the dice. Okay, let's see what happens. Let me clean out my... So, into my portafilter, just making more room. They figured out so much with technology. I just wish they knew how to transfer what I'm smelling to you. It smells really good. Okay, I'm gonna measure this to make sure I got every gram out of that dose. Please hold. This morning I made hot chocolate for my girls, which I do a lot with my Breville, and I steam the milk and I do latte art, and it's kind of ruined hot chocolate for them because now when they want hot chocolate, that's what they expect. That's on me. My bad. Lesson learned. Okay, so now I'm just putting this guy here. I'll bring you closer. Okay, so here we are. I'm doing this to distribute my grounds of coffee a little more evenly, kind of just fluffing it up, breaking up any big clumps. Sometimes I love the action doing this, therapeutic. I don't know if this makes it worse or not for getting a good extraction. I don't know, sometimes I feel like I make it worse. But here you go, it's fine. Now it's just part of the process, now it's part of my daily meditation, and that little tool's part of that, so that I can't shake now. All right, so we even that as much as we can. This will help us along the way. I've been using this guy for a while now. Here we go, so we're gonna start that side just to level out our grounds. As you can see, all flat. I'm gonna use this guy, give a nice even tamp. You kind of have to adjust it sometimes. One of my favorite, when my toddler watches me make coffee, she makes me flip it over because she's like, oh, it doesn't come out, and it's true. And every time I'm a little nervous. Okay, so now you know it's really good and tamped in there. So here we go. I'm gonna use this little cup for to pull my shot today. This was made from, I went to a coffee shop in San Jose, and the wife handmade all these little ceramics, and the coffee was so good, but the people there are awesome, including the owner. So this is my favorite one, had little coffee cherries on it. So in honor of Tapasu, Costa Rica, San Jose, everything there, very excited. I'm gonna get my scale, and my scale helps me, know how much coffee's coming out. So with coffee, we have all these variables, and we want some to stay consistent, so we're not chasing our tail, and we know exactly what we need to tweak to get what we want. So I have 18 grams of coffee. I ideally want 36 grams of coffee out, ideally around there. So yeah, and then at the speed at which the coffee comes out is important. If it comes out too slow, it's not going to be good tasting coffee. If it comes out too fast, it means that it's not a good sign. Okay, let me go get my scale. By the way, as I'm filming this, I'm realizing I think my little nugget is about to turn 2, gave me a cold. She missed me so much when I was gone. She said, don't ever leave again. I'm gonna make you sick, so you just stay home. Now I'm feeling it's really taking its course, but all the more reason why I need coffee. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna put the timer on as well to see how we do. Okay. Okay, I can already tell it's looking a little too tight of a shot, so that means I need to loosen up my grind a little bit. It's like slowly coming out. It's much too slow for what we want. You can see there's like no coffee coming out. So we're gonna go back and do it all over again. Okay. Dang. Dang, 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 dang. This is the painful part of coffee that they don't show you on Instagram. But I will, because I'm just so authentic. Oh, wow. Okay, we're gonna come back to our grinder. It was at a, this tripod. Okay, I gotta find a better way to do this, but we'll just, okay. It was at 3.5. It was too tight. I knew I should have done it 4. So we're just gonna go bump it up because it was pretty tight. We're gonna do like 4.5. Just gonna try it. Just gonna try it. 18 grams of coffee. We loosened up the grind, so hopefully we'll get a better extraction. Okay, I am tearing out my scale again, so my portafilter zeroed out. So I know I'm getting exactly 18 grams out here. Okay, double cross, come on. It's full. All right. It's frustrating. Okay. I'm wasting my coffee on this. Okay. Not gonna lie, guys, I'm a little frustrated because, you know, I was hoping to be one and done. This is my 3rd time dialing her in, and to be honest, I've never used like this large of a grind if needed to for an espresso. So I don't know why that is. There could be so many different variables. But yeah, also, who knows? It's just, it's gonna be worth it though. Okay, it's gonna be worth it. Okay, so we're now at a 5. I'm using a different cup just to like shake it off. Okay. Here we go, here we go. We got some action. Okay, we're closer. I think I need to clean my espresso machine and that would help, but I gave it like a C-. It's pooling. It channeled a little bit, but I'm still gonna taste it because I know the 1,000 steps it took for those little coffee beans to get here, so we shall not waste. Okay, cheers to a very well-deserved shot of espresso. That's really nice. That's really nice. I also just really need coffee right now. Okay. That's really good. I can't wait to dial in a little bit more because I think I over extracted it. But no, it's good. It's really easy to drink as an espresso, and there's really subtle kind of like fruits in there, stone fruits. I'm just really enjoying it how it is, honestly. I was gonna do a little cortado with it. I'll do that for the next one, but this is delightful. I can't wait to try it too as a V60, probably my favorite way to brew. And I'll show you guys with that another time. But thank you for sticking around. Again, this is the Geisha. It is from coffee producer or grower Carlos Montero of Don Eli Coffee in Tarasú, Costa Rica. Hope you like this video. If you're a roaster who's working with Carlos, be excited for this year's harvest. And you know, if you ever want to come out to the farms, let me know. All right, cheers.